One night in Bangkok makes a heart man humble. Can't be too careful with your company. You know what I mean? Bangkok's a spot, yo. Trap Pod, we're in the house. Episode 71. Welcome back, 71. Everybody. Trap Pod, we are in the house. I am Mucho Queso.
Don't call it a comeback.
Nah, we've been here for years. You are who? Jair, you know, the man, the myth, the legend. And we are literally on a special situation today.
Special Saturday gift for you guys.
Yeah, a little Saturday episode. And the reason why we're having this awesome little Saturday episode is because we have a special guest in the house.
Very special guest.
Mr. Salvicious. Say hello to the crowd, please.
It's cracking, fool.
How you doing?
I only get one clap, right? One clap is enough. You know?
And the crowd goes wild. Sal is the homie. He's here to bless us with his insights. Let's get into it a little bit with Sal. You know what I mean? Sal,
thanks for joining us, by the way.
Definitely, we appreciate it. How's your Saturday going so far?
So far, so good, man. It's been really hot, you know, here in LA, but it's good.
Dude. It is, right? It's been hot as shit. Actually, today is going to be one of the hottest weekends.
It's been really hot, dude.
You got any big plans for the Labor Day?
Yeah, hang out with you guys and drink.
Okay, shit. Damn.
Say less.
AKA 8 ball in the pocket.
Hey. Shout out to the lemons again.
Now, let's give a little breakdown. Well, first and foremost, you know what I mean, I actually just met Sal today. Jair, Sal is a good friend with our homies Tijeras.
Good old Tijeras.
Good old Tijeras, which I'm sure you know in the
there.
background over there. Tijeras was nice enough to introduce us to Sal. How did we all come together? I know Jair, you met him which is a funny story when you guys actually met.
Yes, of course.
You guys had that white guy screaming nigga the whole time. What was up with that?
Whoa. Chill, bit chill. Nah. Well, this nigga, nah. He was wilding out.
The funny thing is that I left in the middle of the match. You know, that's what happened.
Sal was mad because his Uber showed up right when shit was about to go down. And I told Sal, I was like, he went home with blue balls and shit because he didn't know what happened. He was like, he didn't get a chance to climax at all. He was like, whatever happened?
It was like no fun. I was like, man, to be continued? Am I going to hear the news tomorrow? What's going on?
So tell us what went down. What was going on that night? Sounds like a fun night.
Just downtown LA. Well, I met you in downtown. What was the bar called again?
Oh, Down and Out.
Down and Out. Yeah. So we weren't Down and Out. So actually, yeah. Oh, we had just done a pod that day, right? Yeah. So me and Tijeras did the podcast. So when Elvis was here, we did the podcast. Then we're like, let's go downtown, like, because he lives there. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll go with you. We go to downtown, and then he parks, and then we're like, Down and Out was literally, it's down. It's down from his, oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
There you go.
Sorry,
guys.
Thank you, Elvis. You can see we spare no budget on the tape.
You dig?
Salvicious is a hot mess. Look at that.
Definitely. That's how he looks like at the end of the night.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's me.
That's it.
So, long story short, went to the bar, met him. Well, he pulled us aside. He's like, hey, he was at the bar. He looked at Elvis, like, come through. And then that's when I met him. We got drunk, and damn, we were out for a good minute because we went up to his apartment. I didn't get home until 4, I think, in the morning.
Yeah, thanks, Elvis. I've never been there, so sick invite, dog. Appreciate that. But anyway, let's get into Mr. Joe Fat Ass.
If you want to know what the apartment is like, it's like heaven.
Really?
Hey, you need to go to experience.
It must be like his butthole.
Oh.
Anyways, let's get into Sal. Tell us a little bit. So you DJ, is that what you do? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a DJ. My name is Salvicious.
How long have you been DJing for?
I'm gonna say like about 4 years now. 4 years.
4 years.
Know? But I used to play in bands and manage bands, and I did a lot of touring with a lot of different bands.
Name some of them. Name a few.
Some of the bands you've been on tour with.
I've been on tour with Death by Stereo, with Union 13. I've been on with Zebrahead. I've been with DFL, Strung Out, Implants, man, and Pennywise is one of them. You know,
Whoa,
so
okay.
Yeah. So.
Whoa. I love, bro.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Now, you've obviously been traveling throughout many countries, right? You know, up and down. Yes. And you also DJ at a lot of bars and things like that. Is that correct?
Yeah, DJ bars, like all around Mexico. And it's cool. I mean, the crowd there is, like, very different from, like, USA, man.
What's the biggest difference that you've noticed between different places that you've DJ'd and shit?
I think the closest the closest thing I could say is kind of like Warped Tour. When you were like going to Warped Tour, you guys ever heard of Warped Tour?
Of course, most definitely.
So like back in the 90s when you were like discovering bands and you're like, wow, dude, like oh, this is so cool. Like they're like really into you. Once they're into you, they're like they gravitate you or they grab you and they're like, man, dude, like I love your style of music. I like the way you play. You know, it's like man, there's just it's like wow, dude, it's really wow that from here. You know,
Really?
yeah,
So
yeah, because I think LA here we are like really spoiled with music and
Yeah.
you know big bands that we know here.
Everyone
like,
comes here, dog.
Yeah,
Anyone who's anybody is gonna come through LA.
not only that, also the scene here is super pretentious, right? You
Yes,
know what I mean? Like
yeah.
if you like somebody, you're gonna
Here
be
we
like,
go.
oh
Here
well,
we
you
go.
gotta really like them for
Yeah.
you know what I mean, for you to show love.
It's
per
gonna
se.
take a lot. It's gonna take a lot for you to be like, oh yeah, you know, it's like this band is pretty cool, but over there they're like, oh my god, dude, that's a good band right here, man. It's like it was if you ever tasted lemon the first time, you're like, wow, dude, it's so good right here, you know?
Wow, really? Yeah, like that shit.
Yeah, it's
now, what
crazy.
are the bars that I see that you
when that wop.
that you frequent?
When
It's
you taste
called
that wop.
Adelitas. So you're a
Oh damn.
Yeah. Adelitas is the one in downtown LA next door to Down and Out. you
okay.
know?
See, I got a
So-
little confused because there's a spot in TJ called Adelitas,
Oh, yeah.
which is super famous for totally a different reason. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So-
I wish I could play there. Yeah, that'd be
Horse.
awesome. You know?
Horse. Horse.
I played there, but not the band. You know what I'm saying? We play with different things up in there.
Sex workers? Sex workers or sex workers?
No, not at all. Not at all. They're called cuddle workers.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is that a G for a cuddle?
A little cuddle.
Give you a G for a cuddle, sort of.
Now you've definitely, like I said, I was creeping on your little IG. You know, you've doing a lot of traveling, a lot of
creeping,
Mexico
though,
traveling. You know
FYI.
what I mean?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite places that you've traveled to and you know DJ'd and done that kind of stuff?
Well, the majority is pretty cool. It's like Mexicali is one of the places that I like to play a lot. Like it's hot as fuck over there, dude. Like it's like a jungle of like heat over there. But dude, the people are so awesome, dude. Like it's just amazing. And same thing with TJ, dude. TJ, like I get invited a lot to go play there, and knowing the bands and playing club bars, it's like it's just fun, dude. It's just the experience is like fun, you know.
Tell us a story. Tell us like what's a crazy
Tell us-
story that you
actually-
would like, you know, like on tour, tour story. Because you shared a couple, and I know you have way more than just that. So
Oh,
share some
man.
stories for the podcast, man. Let's
Man.
do this.
Okay,
Don't
so
get yourself in trouble though.
no, man, that's not hey, the bro code, you know.
The bro code. Yeah, you don't have to name names or you know.
Or you can, and give IGs.
That's funny. Well, I'm trying to think like one because there's a lot of them. You know, there's a lot of them. Like I remember. I
What
think
was your best? Well, not your. I don't want to say what's the best venue, but what was one of their favorite tours and what happened? And then one of the tours that you were at.
well, one of them. I mean, I'm gonna say one of them is pretty cool. Is when Union 13 they played in TJ and. I used to work with those guys. I used to do managing for those guys.
Okay,
You know, so I really, when I first started with them, they opened the doors for me. So they
Nice.
helped me out with managing, you know. So like getting to know the managing part of the music, that's what got me where I'm at. you
Right,
know?
right. That's
but,
what's up.
But to come to the story, I remember we were going to TJ, and I met up with Union 13, dude, and we went to they had a show called the Black Box and TJ on La Revolucion, and there was a band called what is it? They're called Blessed Noise.
Yeah, okay.
You know, Blessed Noise, dude, and then those girls were wild, dude. They were really cool.
was an
as
all-girl
fuck.
band, huh?
All-girl band, dude, and these girls fucking rock, dude. They were like fucking awesome, you know.
Sick.
So what we did is we were like, I saw them, me and a guy named Matty. He used to play guitar for Union. We were walking, and we were like, dude, this band is fucking amazing, dude. The drumming, the girls, I was like, dude, they're fucking badass, dude. So then what happened is that we went backstage. They were already done. We were walking, and I guess they were getting like a lot of attention from a lot of guys. And
I'm sure they were.
Yeah, dude. And it was funny because I was just walking. They were like, "You come over here. You come over here." And I was like, "What?
Like me? You look around behind you like me? You sure?
It's like there's
Well,
a lot
what's
of
going on
dudes
here?
here. Yeah, they're like, there's a lot of dudes here. They're like, "No, you come here." And I was like, went there, and the minute I met them, we clicked, dude. It was so awesome, you know. And then it's turned out that these girls are from, they're a really big band from Mexico City.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, they've been playing for many years. I said roughly about 10 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, so then we went and we were like, okay, so we party. We were like, yeah, let's drink. We have a nice little hotel. I was like telling them, like, the hotel that we have, it looks like Vegas, dude. It has like slot machines and everything. And they were like, we never been to Vegas. I was like, well, this is the closest thing you
This
can
is
get
your
to.
area to get right now, motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah, so we went, and then so we were drinking, and we were like, "Well, you know what? Let's make it happen. Let's go like somewhere else." And it was called Plaza Fiesta.
Okay.
So if you guys ever heard of Plaza Fiesta, it's maybe like 50 bars in
All
one
together,
like,
right,
all
yeah.
location, dude. And they're like all themed too, which is crazy, you know, because it could be like a jail bar, it could be like a playhouse bar, it could be like a cave bar, and they're all themed, dude. Like it's crazy.
What? That's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
dope.
it is crazy, dude.
That's tight.
So we were partying and I was drinking and we were like getting all crazy. And then towards the end of the night, we were like, dude, like we're so hungry. And this lady was selling like $1 burritos outside, you know? And we were like super drunk. So I ate a burrito and I was like, dude, I got to take the major piss, dude. I got to go. All the bars are closed.
Chorro.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, the bars are closed. I can't go nowhere. So I went to like around the corner. And all of a sudden, I said, like, what is that? Federales walking around.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and they came up. They're like, what the hell were you doing? I was like, I was just taking a piss. Like, I needed to go really bad, you know? And they were like, well, you know, we could take you to jail right now. Let's just take you. You know, we're going to take you.
They're like, how much you got?
Yeah, they were asking me. And I was
Damn.
like, dude, I don't want to bring out money to pay these dudes, you know, whatsoever. And so then what happened is that the girls, all those girls, they came running, dude, where I was at, you know?
Saved you.
Yeah, they were like, no, déjalo.
Hey.
Es amigo de nosotros.
It's okay,
you know?
it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He can pee wherever he
What
wants.
is it?
Yeah, they're
What is
like-
it they say? Not all heroes wear capes.
Not
Yeah,
all heroes,
yeah.
they saved your ass.
They saved my ass, dude.
They
And it was just
definitely
funny.
did.
And they were like talking crap to the cops, and the cops are like, okay.
They
We'll
were
let
like,
them
we
go.
ain't messing with
We'll
all
let
these
them
girls.
go.
They're like,
We'll let
fuck
them
all
go.
that shit.
We'll let them go, you know?
That's
I guess they wear tangas, huh?
Now I saw in a couple of your photos you've been to El Zócalo too, right in downtown.
Yeah,
in DF.
yeah,
Zócalo.
yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've been
Be careful
there.
with this guy. He'll steal your wallet. You know what I mean?
I heard, but
I already got it.
Hey, you have my wallet, you have no money.
You have my heart.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's what you have, yeah. But yeah, Zócalo is really cool, man. Like I said, every time I go there in Mexico City, go play, I always get a lot of love. And it's funny because every time I go, it's like I get 10 more fans, you know? 10 more. Every time I go, it's 10 more. And I get like a bigger crowd
And
and
you
bigger
start
crowd.
building it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
That's
So
good. That's good.
yeah, man.
Need that
Speaking
number
of that,
game, huh?
I noticed Salvicious, right? Salvicious. So is that your brand? Like, is that your merchandise? Because I noticed you have hats, you have shirts, all kinds of stuff like that. So is
You
that
have a banner?
Yeah, that's,
you have a banner? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's my DJ name. I go by these Salvicious and everything.
Nice.
But the name actually started like maybe about 2004.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and we were
Alright.
doing. I was with my friend Rick. You know, Sanchez actually. He does. He used to do magazines for what was it? Rock the Bells.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
What?
yeah. He did a lot of
Rock the bell, dog.
I
Yeah.
think I went to the last Rock the Bells. I remember it was a while ago.
And this guy, dude, he used to
remember.
hook it up, and you know, and that's where I met a lot of the majority of bands too. It was cool because you know I'm already talkative. If I start drinking, I'm talkative, you know. So that name actually started because we wanted to do a label, a punk rock label, but it was
Right.
called Vicious Records, you know.
Okay.
So with that, it started like 10 years ago, and then it kind of started fading away. But the name stuck because people were calling me Salvicious. Salvicious, because there was a lot of
yeah.
Sal's, you know, like
That's true.
So they were like, well,
Sal from
Salvicious.
Vicious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Salvicious, you know, Salvicious, you know. And I was like, well, you know, I've been and back in my head, I've always wanted to DJ for such a long time, you know.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I don't know how I would have come up with the name, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do Salvicious,
Salvicious
and then
sounds
I'm
good,
gonna
right?
stick with it. Yeah.
Speaking of the DJing though, like what is your major genre? I mean, I know we were talking with Elvis earlier. I mean, you play hip hop, cumbias,
Cumbias.
but it sounds like it's more of a rock induced, or that's more like your influence, I should say, right?
Yeah,
Is that correct in saying, or?
Yeah, I'm like all around. I'm all around. But my first genre, like the first thing I play is punk rock.
Punk rock.
Yeah, that's where I get hired. You know, that's why I do like I did an after party for Pennywise. You know, because they were like, "Hey, play punk rock." You know, so I would do all these punk rock genres. You know, and then it would go from 80s to hip hop to cumbias to corridos, whatever, man. You know, I like it all, man.
That's
you
what's
know?
up,
I
man.
like
Yeah.
that shit. That's what's up.
So let me ask you, where is it that you, like, you know, fast forward to like a young you, right? How was it like? What was it you growing up? How was it like your
Major
music taste
influences,
and stuff like
yeah.
that? How was it that it like, and then you come into like playing with bands and stuff like that? How did that journey go about?
You know what? And it's a crazy journey for me, man. Because
where you
when
from?
I'm from Boyle Heights.
There you go.
Born and raised in Boyle Heights. You know, I grew up in the projects called Aliso Village at the time.
I know exactly.
You know, so that's where I grew
Yeah.
up. Yeah, you know,
Alright.
I was born and raised there, and but it all started where I remember it was gang infested and everything. You know, and I was like, you know what? Do I want to be a gangster? This is
You have
the
to make
life I
that
wanna
choice,
live?
right?
Yeah. You know, but luckily I had a neighbor next door. He was a gangster. He was like one of the big shot callers. And he was like, he told me, he's like, you know what? He was like, you shouldn't join any gangs. You know, don't join like our neighborhood and everything. He actually kept me out, you know.
Awesome.
That's
You
what's
know,
up,
he
man.
kept me out, and he was like, dude, do skateboarding, play bands and everything. And me at the time, you know, I was like more into like, what is it? Well, it wasn't punk rock, but it was like metal, you know.
Okay.
And so if I heard like Slayer, I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I love
Hell
Slayer,
yeah.
you know. I love like Metallica, the old Metallica.
Age range around here. What was age range that you?
What
like,
years
this,
were
this,
that?
This was like, you know.
I'm
pushing
gonna
you.
say like probably I'm gonna say about 11 or 10.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, 11 or 10, and then that's when I started meeting a shot caller, and it was probably like 13, 12, you know.
Right.
But I was like fast music, you know, and at the time I couldn't find it, and all I heard, the fastest music I heard was like Slayer,
Slayer.
you know,
Slayer,
like
right?
Slayer,
Mhm.
yeah, you know. But then when that as the years went by, like in high school, I think I was kind of like close to my senior year, and someone had introduced me to Punkorama.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
someone
Yeah.
introduced me to Punkorama, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, it's so badass, dude."
Like,
Because
this
it's
is-
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like, dude, it's me, you know. It's
Yeah.
fast, but they're not screaming, but they're actually singing, you know. It's about skateboarding,
Yeah,
all
this
that
is
stuff.
perfect, right?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, it's like if the shoe was fitting me, I was
Like
like,
something
dude,
clicked in your head. Like this is it for me,
this,
right?
This is it. I'm even getting goosebumps even talking about it, you know.
That's dope.
You're like, I'll
You
take
know?
this pair.
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy
know?
though how music does that to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like takes you back. That's awesome. That's so dope.
So that's how you started going with the bands, and you started playing bands, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing in little bands, you know. But the way things happened
What'd you
for
play?
me, I used to sing.
Okay,
That's why I
tight.
got like I don't know if it could get on the
mic.
camera, but the mic was like my
right.
first love, you know.
Okay.
And I mean, I know how to sing and everything, and I practice and everything.
We'll get you singing in a bit. Don't trip.
Yeah, man, karaoke's over. Yeah, but yeah, the way it started for me, it's like I used to throw shows together. Like when I was young,
them
I used to
together,
throw
promote
shows,
'em.
yeah, promote
Okay.
them and everything. And somehow, like the way I got into the punk rock to where I'm at right now, it was when Union 13. I threw a show and Union 13 hit me up and they're like, "Hey man, we hear that you're throwing all these shows. Can we play in one of your shows?"
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, dude, come on through." And then the minute I met Louis, the drummer, he was telling me, he was like, "Dude," he was like, I don't know why, but we make a good connection, dude." He was like, "Would you like to work with us or do something
Do
with us?"
something together, yeah.
Yes, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll do something with you," you know.
That's
so
dope.
so. And then once he was showing me the ropes and everything, like showing me how to be on band manager and everything, I started like. Back in the days, we don't have like phones now. Like we were like, okay, let me look for venue. We had to look through magazines.
Through magazines or the yellow pages or something like that, right? Exactly.
And then I like because the story all I used to have all listings of all like everywhere from here to Bakersfield to San Diego to Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. And I was like, hey man, I'm the manager for New 13. It was easy for me to book, you know. And then
That's dope.
So yeah, so when we got that, all the doors open for me. Like people started knowing me. They're like, hey man, like you work for them,
You
blah,
work for
blah,
them?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, so working with them, another band came, and they were like, "Hey, man, can you work with us?" And then that was Death by Stereo.
So you just fell into
Nice.
like managing all those, right?
yeah.
Those bands.
Well,
That's-
Death by Stereo was more. It was funny because I wasn't a band manager for them. I was a merch guy for them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Man, dude, but working with them was so much fun, man. So much fun. I gotta say, it was just like, man, dude, like I have so many stories about them because they were just so much fun. They were like, if I was hanging out with them, it was like hanging out with me, like 5 of them.
5 of you together.
Yeah, 5
It was
of
like
us
you guys
together.
were all the one in one, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, hey, drinking in the van, smoking in the van, and we're like bumping all this music, talking all this crap, you know, and I was like, dude, these are like me right here. 5
This is
dudes
it.
like me right
You
here.
were part of the band pretty much
Pretty
the whole
much,
time.
yeah,
That's
like that.
sick. That's dope. That's so dope. Not only that, so like obviously traveling, doing all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But what we were talking about a little bit earlier is I was asking you like how you've been dealing through this whole pandemic, right? Because I mean, obviously your bread and butter is going out DJing at places like that. And at this point, you know, it's kind of null and dead, right?
Yeah.
That's not going on. You were saying that you were moving more towards the social media aspect, right?
Yeah,
and that's what
that's what
you
I'm
were doing.
doing.
So what is it that you're doing? You're doing sets on Facebook or live? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing everything on Facebook, you know, sometimes on Instagram, but mostly on Facebook, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just playing different genres, you know, like I'll play like R&B dance. I play like cumbias. I play electronic. Like EDM. In other words,
Okay.
Dude, I love to play EDM. It's just so much fun to play. Like it just to me is like EDM has like a mixture of like punk rock to hip hop to like everything.
It gets
everything.
the crowd, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It
It's
really
just
gets the crowd, yeah.
Yeah, it gets you going, man. It's just so much fun to play, But yeah, I've been playing like everything punk rock, playing metal. I call it party metal because it's not like it's a ballad. Like I play like, hey, you know what? Like
Something that's gonna get you moving.
And sleep all day, drink all night.
There we go.
like
There we
that,
go. That party metal.
I see the little singing little thing right there. Okay.
That sounds pretty good.
I mean, we're gonna get a taste of it too at the end of it.
As a
so
matter
it'll
of
be
fact, yes, that's actually what I was going to say. So Sal's going to be good enough to join us on the actual trap pod here in a little bit. So we're going to get his insight. We're going to go through, what we normally
our
do.
usual highlights.
Our highlights and our TMZ section. And Sal's going to be good enough to join us for that. But after that, we're going to go on our Facebook Live, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to do a nice little set for us, maybe 45 minutes or whatever he feels like. And it's just going to be you going ham on the ones and twos. So you ready for that?
I've been ready since I was born.
I was born ready and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Came out the womb with the
Hey,
DJs.
there's no flakes going on over here. There's some over here.
Hey, I got head and shoulders
I got
over
head
here.
and
No
shoulders.
dandruff, my dude. No dandruff, whatever.
Thanks for looking. I appreciate it.
Of course. Speaking of that, before we get into the whole next segment, we got something for Sal, don't we? We're gonna give him a little trap pod shirt, I think, as a matter of fact.
Let me get it. Hold on.
Go ahead, grab that for you. We got some nice gifts to give to you. Thank you for coming through. So we're gonna hook you up with a little trap pod shirt and also a trap pod hat.
You know
Check that
what?
out. Check this
Also, man, I think we're on the Christmas giveaways right now.
Maybe we are. So there you go.
guy.
Check it out. You know what I mean? So there you go, sir. Thank you very much for coming through. And like I said, that's for you.
And also, I got something for you guys too. Hopefully,
what?
Yeah, check it
Just
out.
don't take your pants off and we good.
Hey, when I do, you scored.
You've been blessed.
Oh, what? Look at that.
Franny.
Good looking out. Salvicious
And then
hat.
right here.
Speaking of that, where can they find your stuff? So, like, if people want this merchandise or anything, like, where can they hit you up?
just hit me up on Instagram. Salvicious. Actually, Instagram Salvicious13.
Salvicious13.
Yeah, 1-3. Not the word.
Trece, dog. 113.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're also gonna put him up on our IG, on our
IG.
Snap, all of that stuff. So make sure you check
definitely
him
that.
out.
On our YouTube. We'll also have this on YouTube.
Grab his.
Only thing we
his
won't
merch.
have on YouTube is his DJ set, just because they won't allow it.
But that'll be on the Facebook Live.
But that'll
so
be on the Facebook Live and maybe in our IG story.
Just
So
check that
we'll
out
definitely
for sure.
have it
Sounds
for you guys
good.
to just check it out and share it, and then his music. So
Of course.
his
But
sharing.
we're gonna come right back in a couple minutes with all our shit, all the headlines, all the TMZ
Couple
shit.
headlines for you guys,
And Tijeras in the background over there lurking, so we might, convince them to come over here and help us out a little bit. But yeah, we'll be right back with Salvicious and the whole squad. Hey.
Peace.
What's good? We are back, Trap Pod, episode 71. We got the man behind the mics over there, behind the ones and twos, I should say, huh, Mr.
The
Tijeras?
1-2s out there. Okay.
And we still got Salvicious with us, you know what I mean, Mr. Special Guest.
What's up?
What's up? And he is actually going to join us for our
Yeah.
little segment. You know what I
Little
mean?
headlines, little headlines we have.
Headlines.
Headline. Oh.
So thank you, Sal, for sticking with us.
Head
you know
and
what
some
I mean?
lines. You ever had that? Nah.
Can I just say one thing? There's a lot of headlines going on around here.
Ding, ding. All right, so let's get into it. You know what I mean?
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
We got a couple quick little situations going on. First one is going to be an update. We've been talking about this. I know we talked about it last week, and it's your boy Elon Musk. Now, obviously, you know who Elon Musk is. You know what I mean? So this motherfucker's coming up with a new situation. Last week, we talked about how he's trying to install a chip where you would be able to like stream like music and shit, right?
So actually, I have more information on that. So I actually saw the whole it was 2 hours of him presenting this new technology, right?
Okay.
So it's gonna go into your brain, into your skull, and it's in there. So supposedly it's for to help people with their sight if they can't see or they lost their hearing and shit like that. It's literally like a little robot that's tending these like little wires that it's supposed to be like super thin wires and shit like that. That those neurons that don't function anymore, it kind of gives it like a little or like a jump,
A jump, right?
And then so that's the idea of that. But it also says so they had like a Q&A. He's like, hey, can you turn on your Tesla with it? He's like, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Because that's where the technology is going.
Wait a
So-
minute. I got the chip in my head. Hold on.
Right?
I'm downloading the song Suede Head from Morrissey right now. on my head. Is it playing? No, it's just in my head.
No, you're just depressed. Yeah. That's all that's going on.
Oh,
right
so I
there.
got emo. Okay.
Emo off. Nah.
It'll automatically tell you're in emo mode right now.
Depressed off.
Yeah.
Party on.
Party on.
Party on
animal.
guard.
So that's what it was. And then that's where that technology is going to. But it's crazy because I saw, but pretty much that whole presentation of 2 hours was him kind of getting people to get hired. He's like, hey, we need fucking engineers, we need blah, blah, blah. Like, we have the technology, we're working on it, but we want more people.
So the brain implant is supposed to, I guess, cure dementia, blindness, and other neurological diseases.
Depression and all
but
that.
not only that, like in the simpler form, you can also control certain things like we were talking about,
Yeah.
your car and stuff like that. But my concern is, you can stream music, right? All that stuff, as soon as something pops in your head. I know I get a boner about 3 to 4 times a day. So does that mean like automatically like red tube's going to pop up in my head and people will be like,
stand up. Stand up.
So another thing
Why
would
you
be,
pitching the tent?
so another thing is that you can, like the technology is crazy because they showed it with pigs, right?
Right,
and it's
I
a
saw
pig just
that, yeah.
walking, and all it is, and they're showing like they had the chip in there, and they're showing the waves of it, beep beep. So they can kind of predict this chip is so like the technology is so accurate that it can kind of dictate like, hey, where the limbs are moving already. So it's like fucking crazy, dog. Like it's insane to do it. And they showed like 3 pigs, a pig that had it on, and then the beep beep beep, a pig that had it before. And then they took it off, and he's like, "Yeah, it's like normal. You could have it whenever you want or whenever you don't want.
It's like an enhancer, like all the jokes aside, but it's like an enhancer to open your eyes, like probably see further, right?
It's Viagra for your fucking brain.
For your
bro.
brain, totally. So I guess the question would be,
Like I said,
would you get that
Get
installed?
up.
Hey, get up.
Because there's obviously going to be side effects.
Toe wiggle.
So would you get that installed if you had that option?
I would.
If it makes me party harder, yes. Yes.
Party hard, guard. Party
Did
hard.
I answer your question?
I understand that.
I get it.
Moving on with technology, you know what I mean? And another thing we've been talking about is a Japanese company has carried out successful test flights for a flying car. And they're stating that it's going to be ready by 2023. No, 23. 2023, it says right here. Yeah, so imagine that, a flying car in Japan. Now, obviously,
it looks crazy.
it definitely does.
I think it was invented already in 1986.
By
Back
who?
to the Future?
Damn.
But that would,
Roby.
yeah, exactly. You couldn't take that one to the club because you'd have to go back to the 86 to go back to the club. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to wear some crazy
Pew
shit.
pew pew.
And all you hear is dun, 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 and that's all that plays in your car.
That's the only thing. Or in your brain chip from Tesla.
Yeah,
That's the only thing that plays in there. So
Car fly right now.
I'm a little skeptical though on those car flying situations. Would you get in one? You know what I mean? Like, would you want to be one of the first people to test those situations? Like,
After 5 people die, then I'll go in.
then you're good. 5's the number. I mean, because the fucking battery runs out on my truck all the fucking time. You know what I mean? With my luck, hell no, I'm not trying to do that.
Sorry, boss. I got a flat tire.
YOLO.
Another question is, what if you have like that DUI, like, you know what I mean, that breathalyzer? Can you put it on that flying car or no?
I think if you got a
Yeah,
flat
for
tire, I think it'd be like, hey, boss, I got a flat tire up in the sky right now, you know?
I got a flat wing is what I'm going to say. My wing broke off.
I'm waiting for AAA to come and change my tire, you know?
Not only the jet car, another story that's been kind of, and I want to hear what you guys think about this. So in LA, at the airport, a lot of pilots were, I guess, landing sometime last week, and they all reported a man up in the air with a jetpack. You know what I mean? Like just flying around LA.
Do we know who that guy was?
No, and I guess the FBI actually got called into it because it was a huge deal. Not only that, man, because there's jetpacks. You've seen those jetpacks that you fly like over the water and stuff. But the reason that this one was kind of different was just because it's how high it was. I think this dude was like up in like 20,000 feet of altitude.
They said 3,000, right?
Really? So imagine he's way the fuck up there, and it wasn't only one of the pilots. Like a bunch of pilots were like, "Yo, we see a guy up here with a jetpack." So I know the FBI got involved, but it's like, I guess my question to you is, what do you think would be safer, the flying car or the flying jetpack?
I think the flying car, you know?
For sure.
At least you're strapped somewhere, you know? Like the jetpack, that's all you have, you know? Once you go down, you're down.
But you could have a
little parachute?
Parachute right after.
Little parachute?
You dump the fucking parachute. Like, fuck it.
So
if I had the jetpack and it went out, I'd take a little bump with me. That way, right before I hit the ground, I'd fucking boost up.
I'd be like sliding into your DMs like, what?
I'm just going to say where I'm going to go, I don't need no roads, right?
Oh, damn.
Facts. sell out. That's a bar. They're like, where you going? Where I'm going, there's no roads, buddy. That's how you get dumped on a girl like that, too, huh? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, trust me, girl. Where I'm going, there's no roads for you. Only one jetpack, bitch.
And you can't be chunky, yo, because if not, we ain't going anywhere. Hell
It's
nah.
like a scooter, man. You pay that. You know, with those scooters, you pay.
Oh,
It's only
yeah.
gonna get your weight. It ain't gonna get another person's
Yeah.
weight, man. You know?
I
You
tried
see,
to.
you
I
see two
tried
people
that.
on that shit? I'm like,
Yeah, no, I tried one
those
time.
are fun, though. I like those.
I haven't. Have you tried those little scooters? No.
No?
Never,
In downtown, they're the best, dude. Me and with the lemons, with the homies, we were fucking just driving around.
I'm all about the skateboarding, man. I can't do that.
That's funny. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, if you don't know how to skate, then you get the little scooter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand, Jay.
It's like getting the rollerblades. It's like getting the rollerblades, you know? It's like, he's an extreme rollerblader, you know?
Damn. Okay. Damn, that flipped them around on me, huh?
Yeah, real
Okay.
quick, a little rollerblade, a little fruit
we
booter.
we have to get Franny to Ollie, and then we good there.
I could ollie in my fruit boots.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean
On your FUBUs?
fruit booters. So, staying with this whole little flying situation.
This guy's crazy,
This is
dog.
at the bottom of. You know who David Blaine is, right?
Yes.
The magician.
Yeah.
Okay, so this motherfucker, he actually tried some crazy shit where he ascended He did in a bunch of balloons. So it's like up, you know what I mean? He just like attached a bunch of balloons. This motherfucker went up 24,000 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
So imagine, and he survived. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
he is white.
So I think this is the broke person's version of the jetpack,
I take it.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, would you take the jetpack or the balloons?
I would take the balloons.
If it gets the girls, I'll get the balloons, you know?
And I'm like, come on, girl. How much you weigh, though?
Hey, at least you look like you're having a party with the balloons, you know? With the jetpack, you're like, okay, I'm just going to go right here. That's it.
Just a one.
You also flake on work, huh? I'm like, boss, the wind, dog. The wind, dog.
It blew the wrong
It
way.
blew the wrong way, dog.
Sorry, I got a flat up in the sky, you know? I'm so sorry, you know?
This shit pop. This
That
just
is
pop, dog.
not-
I had to call AAA.
I'm down 3 balloons. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it there, dog. Alive. That
The
was
balls, though. The balls on that motherfucker
Whoa,
David
damn,
Blaine to
okay.
just fucking bunch of balloons and just fly up there like that. Like, that's some crazy shit. I would not be doing anything like that.
That is
Have you ever been like on a hot air balloon?
Never.
We've all
Never?
thought about it though.
No, for sure.
You know, we've all thought about that. Like, hey, balloons. Like, what if I fly out? You know.
Yeah.
This fools are like, hey, you know what? I know how to make it work. Let me
He's
get a
like, I'm good.
shitload of balloons.
Fuck it. He can afford it.
It's cheaper. It's like, it only costs me $1.99 to go fly up there.
And a heart attack, hoping I make it alive. You know what I mean?
Moving on to the next subject, which is, I think, important to all of us. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we smoke a lot of
yes.
weed. We probably know weed smokers, right?
Smoke a lot of-
it's a big
smoke
deal.
a lot.
So pretty much the House, or, you know what I mean, Congress
The
is
US
pretty much,
Senate.
the U.S. Senate is voting to remove weed off the controlled substance list and erase marijuana criminal convictions.
Change it from
So I think that's
section.
a huge thing. I mean, people who are facing charges right now, or even people who are doing time for certain things. But Sal had a great question. He was like, the amount, right? Isn't that what you
yeah,
said?
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? What if
It's
you
a
get caught
sched-
with like a warehouse?
It's a Schedule 1 drug now, right? They're trying to change it to like because LSD and what else is under section what? It's right here.
LSD, a couple other things.
Ecstasy, heroin.
So I think if it does get dropped from that
Get
list, it
your
doesn't
hair
matter
wrong.
how much. You know what I mean? Which will
Yeah.
be a good situation. I think the most important thing is people who have been either under the system or already doing time for that type of shit.
Yeah,
That'll get
well, a
it
lot of
fixed,
the
you know what
laws
I mean?
now that like even in LA and or Denver and stuff like that, like a lot of people have gone out of jail because of it.
Yeah.
The changes of the law.
But I wonder, like, that was my question. Like, I was asked, I was saying, you know, it's like, I mean, if you had a warehouse, like, would you be with that group? You know, like maybe if you just had like a bag or maybe like a brick, whatever, a weed. You know.
No, that's
Technical
true.
difficulties.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know. You just never know on that. Which, another thing on that, which I think is important, obviously, with this being an election year, and we talked about it, this is not necessarily a political podcast, but I think it's important to understand, like, where the candidates stand on each side, especially on marijuana. You know what I mean? For example, Trump and Biden, right? And just a quick little things that I saw, for example.
little
So this
rundown.
is Trump. Trump supports this, keeping status quo. So he opposes both legalization and decriminalization of weed. Okay, so he opposes that. Allowing states to decide the issues for themselves. So that's a huge thing. For example, right now, California is selling weed, but it's not legal federally. So if Trump were to have his way, he would not let California do that. Federal
federales.
law has to federalize
Federales.
that. Also, another thing, it says an end to medical marijuana protection. So that's another thing he would take away. So, you know what I mean? Think about that. Now, 3 things that Biden supports, okay? He supports federal decriminalization, so that's a good thing, right? Next thing is legalization for medical use. Great thing. And reclassify it as a federal Schedule 2 drug, which you were talking about. So there's a huge, you know what I mean, difference on that particular issue. Yeah. You know what I mean? So definitely think about that if you're a voter, if you're not. Are you a voter, Mr. South?
Of course I am.
And who are you voting for?
None of your business.
Luz Clarita.
Luz Clarita.
Yeah, I mean, you voting Trump.
I'll give you a hint. I am voting for someone that's orange.
Both them niggas orange. So I don't. None of them look like me. I can tell you that much. So shit.
I could tell you this much. It ain't OJ.
It ain't OJ.
I vote for OJ over Biden and
Have you
Trump
guys
all
seen?
day long.
You guys follow OJ on Twitter?
No,
That fool's funny, dog.
for
It's
real.
crazy.
Is he killing it?
Hey,
Kill
I just saw
and
like
getting away with it.
Like last night I was driving, I saw a Bronco and it reminded me of him. I was like, damn, dude, up close. I'm an OJ
Dude,
right
remember
here.
that?
You know?
You
My
remember
dad had that
dude?
exact same Bronco. I remember. Yeah, it was white with like burgundy interior.
I remember I was in elementary when that happened, and I remember they brought out the TV. You know the TV.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like audio visual, come out.
Yeah. And we were like, and I'm like at the time I was like,
They're like-
why are they? Well, like we're watching the TV. I'm like, cool. Like,
and that TV weighed like as much as your house. You know, bringing
hell,
it out. You
if
know?
you
Even-
tip that bitch over and landed on
Yes.
somebody, you kill motherfucker.
all right, look,
Wow,
I'll tell you
you
guys a
dead.
story. I'll tell you guys a
You
story,
lost a leg. You know,
dude. I'll tell you a story. Look, I
Like
was
what happened to fucking Sal? The fucking audio visual TV fell on his leg.
no
Yeah,
those
he
big
lost
ass
a leg
TVs,
right
dog.
there.
I like when I was a kid. We tried to jack one of them TVs. It was so funny as shit. Like we broke into a fucking school. This when we were young. We broke into a school. We all came up with some bomb ass boom boxes, like some Sony ones. Like, and it was funny because you go to our houses and it said like Sony. Oh,
Property,
probably
LAUSD,
LAUSD. So we
yeah.
all had these boom boxes, right? But one of those times that we came up on shit at the school, it was like a junior high. We tried to get a TV. Like, let's try it. I was like, fuck. But it had the little lock thing, and we couldn't I was like, yeah.
It was too much work. You were like, fuck all that.
We
It's
tried.
Like,
We
it's
tried.
like you're moving a house. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, no, you definitely were because they had them on those carts. Remember? You'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck all that shit.
I remember getting hyped to go get the TV though. You know, like you're the kid, like who's going to get the TV? Hey, like,
Compared to now, like you could
Oh,
lift
man.
one TV with a finger. That's all it is. You know.
Very true. Very true. To close it out real quick, on this whole weed situation, there was some protests going on in Tel Aviv, and I saw that they were using drones to drop free samples of weed.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of drones like flying around, and they were dropping like little
and
weed
like a
packets
very
and everything.
like busy place.
Oh yeah, no, it was like a protest going on and everything, and they showed like all these little packets of weed, like free weed going around. And
Good
shit.
promo.
Definitely. Good.
That's good promo.
I could tell you this much: there was no riot, right?
Facts.
Everything was peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, nice and peaceful. On
I
that
don't know
and stuff.
why, but they're just standing still, dude. That's all they're doing.
That's all they do, bro.
I'd be like, that isn't tear gas over there. I mean, that's a little weed smell going on up in the air over there.
It's
so.
like, there's a lot of smoke coming up here, and everyone's being super joyful here. You
It's
know,
weird. Like, this is so nice. Yeah.
This is life. This is good life right here.
This is it.
Should we end this good life? You know,
Hey,
it's
yeah.
totally weird, right?
You're like, what was I fighting for? What was it
Also,
for?
you forgot? Like,
Yeah.
what side
it's like,
was I on?
it's like this the South Park Tally. Hold on, let me get high. If like he hits it, like,
You want to get high?
Tally, where? Huh?
I used to love it because you want to get high?
Yeah. Tally's was shit.
That was it. And you know what the deal is. So I think we're going to go ahead and move on to this little Cheesemet TMZ section. And Sal, you've been doing such a good job. You know what I mean? We'll go ahead and get your input on this. See what you think on all this situation.
I try, but not try.
I mean, you have been on the road, and a lot of this stuff is
so hard.
a little sexual. So you know what I mean? It might be right up your alley.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't.
sexual, wait.
First one, what do we got off bat? This was a good one. You know what I mean, Jay? What you think about this one?
Uh-oh.
So, I don't know who it is. We should probably find out what company, but it is.
Oh, yeah, let's have it right here.
Go for it.
All right. You want to get paid $3,000 to have sex to find the best mattress for sex?
With yourself or with somebody else?
Hey.
Because I was like, shit, I could be
It's a
cashing in.
couple.
I think I'll be a billionaire doing this.
Thank
know?
you. Thank you.
I guess, yeah. So the website sleepstandards.com is looking for 5 couples that can take part in their experiment. They'll send you a mattress every week, and you have to have sex on it. then review it. That's it. You get paid for that.
You get paid $3,000.
You get
have
paid to
sex
get like laying down
test out
pipe.
8 different mattresses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess the biggest question is, who would you test the mattress with?
Well, it says a couple. Though.
All I know
No,
that
I'm just saying, like, I ain't trying to test it with my significant other.
all I know that company's gonna be broke by me. You know.
Damn, Sal, you a little freaky son of a bitch over here. Huh? Damn.
Yeah, no comment.
$3,000. So what do you think of? Damn, you take that money or what?
Yeah, it does. $3,000 just a bang. What's cracking?
It's like doing a porn. That's pretty much what it is.
So
you
it's
know?
what? It's so how many mattresses? 8 mattresses. So it's 8 weeks for $3,000.
I mean, it's just a little bit of extra cheddar. I mean,
How are you
think-
gonna afford the hookers with $3,000?
The thing is that are you doing it with the same sex partners or are you doing it with different partners?
I think you have to do it with different partners. That way you get different outcomes. You know what I mean? You have to do a chunky girl, a skinny girl. That way you see how the mattress holds up.
Oh, okay.
Right? You know, that's what I'm thinking.
Then
My-
I call it porn. That's what I call it.
My biggest question is, will they be upset if the other couple is me? You know what I mean? So if I'm using it by myself. Yeah, I mean, because I be getting creative.
So by yourself, are you a champ?
Yeah. How do you? Okay, never mind. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, dog. I don't.
No, I could explain. You know what I mean? If you want me to elaborate, I could definitely
next
get
subject,
it.
dog. Nah.
Audience, just go with the imagination.
Use your imagination.
No way. I don't know.
Next one is something that we've been talking about for a while, and we're a huge fan. OnlyFans. Are you familiar with OnlyFans, Sal? Do you know?
I'm familiar with it, but I've never been on it.
You mean like you've never posted on it, or you've never?
Yes,
yes, both of those. Okay. So,
one of those.
So you are aware of OnlyFans, though, right? Okay. Cool.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
So
So we have a teacher,
and
a California teacher,
a California
lovely
teacher,
Vicky.
beautiful California teacher. She's 26. She was fired for creating an OnlyFans account on which she shared X-rated photos and videos. I'm sorry, to supplement her income.
No respect, I tell you, no respect.
Do you? I mean, like,
Well, you know, it's a borderline, you know, because I mean, it sucks because teachers don't get paid a lot, anyways. I mean, you see that they put their own money to buy pencils or papers, you know, for the students. It ain't no joke, you know. But I know they don't make a lot of money, so it's kind of a fine line, you know. It's like,
so do you support her or you don't?
Hell yeah, support her.
I mean, I'll support her as long as the
double
kids,
tapping right
as long
now.
as long as the kids ain't watching, you know. If she wants to do her thing privately, then she should do it.
Okay. What about you, Jay? You with the little OnlyFans
Hey,
situation?
I support everybody, dog. You
As long
showing
as
some
it-
titty ass? What's up?
As long as you're, she's definitely not taking him to go see Pokemon Go. That's for damn sure.
Oh, it's
for
going.
sure.
It's going. It's going somewhere else.
She's like, I got a site for y'all, but it's not Pokemon Go.
big
Trust me,
titty
I'll
ass.
just-
I choose you.
I mean, there's gonna be some Pokemon Go on that one, you know.
Damn. Well, speaking about teachers and students, another one that's another crazy headline, which me and Jay were talking about, is teacher. You tell us on this one, Jay, because you have all the information on that one. Because at the end of the day, she ended up getting pregnant by her student. So, what's going on with that?
This is a stupid teacher. How do you not show your fucking student how to have safe sex? Oh, yeah, sorry.
She was the
Was
English
it
teacher,
sex
not the
education?
sexual. Yeah, she wasn't the sexual education teacher, nigga. She was fucking.
Well, she sure signed up for it.
She was like history teacher, you know, something.
So this teacher, supposedly, so she's going to court and all this shit. She's pregnant by this 8th grader and shit. But she says that the parents and her had an agreement that it was a fine. That they would drop the kid off at like over the weekends, and then they would just fuck. You know what I mean? Saying like, goddamn. Anyway, and then she's a poor teacher if you don't have. Anyway, so
Hold on. The parents were aware that not only that
that's what
okay,
supposedly she said that the parents had agreement, so it's good, whatever, it's consensual, whatever. But the funny thing is, like, I thought, like, damn, this bitch is a pimp, dog. She would fucking, like, she's like, yeah, the parents would drop the kid off, and then she would drop him off early so he can catch the bus. I'm like, damn, bitch, you can't even take your man.
she wasn't even picking him up?
Take your man to the school, like,
damn. Well, her side boo
So
was
she's
probably at the
pregnant now.
school.
So she's
Yeah,
pregnant now.
I want to be technical on this. I mean, I take this kind of really serious, you know, because to me, I mean,
This is unfair.
yeah.
I
Go
totally
ahead,
agree
bro.
with you.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
no,
bro.
it's like, you know, because if it was the other way around, you know, a male
Yes.
doing it to a young girl is like rape, you know, is like, you know, like all this stuff. So I mean, if she's gonna get the whole hammer on her, they should.
Oh,
do
she
it
got the
because-
hammer.
She got the hammer.
Yeah.
8th grade hammer, dog.
Little
You
hammer.
know, but I mean, she should get sentenced exactly how a male's gonna do it because
R.
you know
Kelly?
what? Yeah, exactly, dude. You know,
You know, a couple episodes we had, it's kind of borderline the same conversation we're having now, and I was like, anyways, we had a conversation. I'm like, as guys, we think of it like that. Like, you fucking you're a little homo saying you didn't get laid. Like, it's like, but it is a crime. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like at that age, you really don't know what's
yeah,
going on.
because
Like,
we
I
get
think
old-
that plays into it also. Like you're saying, for example, you're definitely right. A man or a woman taking advantage of a younger child they should be treated equally, right?
Yes,
They
yeah,
definitely did it. But the crazy part about it is, like we were
You hit
talking
it
about
first?
that. No, that one time is if it happens to, let's say, a hot teacher is taking advantage of a boy, you know what I mean? The boy automatically is like, damn, I hit that. You know what I mean?
Celebrated, yeah,
And you get like
celebrated.
celebrated among the homies. Exactly.
Celebrate
And once again,
good
I don't know if that
times.
plays into the consequences for the other person, for the person who was taking advantage, but I just feel like, there's a dichotomy there.
Yeah,
So,
because I'm not about that rape, dude. Like, I'm not about like raping kids, and because you know what, to me, it's like kids are gonna be kids, and they should be respected as kids, you know. And if it's
100%.
an
You gotta let
adult,
it get
as
out.
an adult, you should be like, you know what? Why, dude? There's plenty of males out there. Why do you need to go with the child? So if this female, if there's a teacher, is gonna get sentenced.
You know why, though?
They should give her like the
'cause-
full book on her, just like the male was,
Yeah.
Agreed. Why do you think, though? You were saying, I think you were going to say something.
Well, I was
Why-
gonna say maybe she didn't hear Salvicious, DJing, so she couldn't get that pipe down right, dog.
Damn. Send it away.
Maybe that town is really small, there's no fucking nobody there.
And I'm not
you know?
going to lie, though, and this is not justification
That's what
at all,
turned you
but
out, is
a
DJing?
lot of the teachers that I see are doing this are not too bad. Yes or no? Yeah, I mean,
No,
they're
no,
kinda
facts.
happy,
I mean,
yeah.
if it's OnlyFans, I'm with it,
Yeah.
But if you're raping kids, no, man, no,
I'm not with that.
Yeah,
I ain't
no.
with that.
Fuck
Okay.
that.
That makes sense.
No petties. Not pedicure, no pedicure.
So
No,
moving
we don't
on,
need pedophiles
we'll
and
drop
shit.
that and moving on to it's kind of a similar subject, but now we're gonna get into
bitch, don't get too comfortable.
pretty much that kind of stuff. We have
Bitch, don't get.
3 different topics. So the first one is Future, next one is Dr. Dre, and the last one is Jeff Bezos. But they all kind of intertwine with each other. And what I'm talking about is,
Talk about it, Queen.
for example, Future. Everybody knows he's got like 10, 20 fucking baby mamas. So he was getting sued by one of his baby mamas, and I believe she wanted what? Can you back me up on this? She wanted like something like
she wanted like $30K a month.
$30K a month. Okay, and the judge came back and ended up telling her that all she's getting is $3,200 $3,200 a month. You know what I mean? So now, as opposed to, for example, Dr. Dre's wife.
Oh shit!
right?
Look, so it says. This is the headline right here.
Read it, please.
A general. Let me see, Elizabeth. Brown Country has recommended Future pay Eliza Rain $3,200 in monthly child support after Future's accountant said it was his opinion the rapper is only making about $30,000 a month from working. According to Eliza Rain's attorney, Future's accountant testified he has no idea how much he's earned, but $30K figure was an opinion based on what Future has now. Damn,
the way I
he
see it-
finessed him.
The way I see a Future, he fucked up. He's stupid, It's like,
No, he
man,
didn't.
dude. If
My
you
guy,
if
my
you
guy.
have if you have
know what
20
just happened right now?
If
No,
you
no,
have
no.
20 baby mamas, like, dude, use fucking protection, It's
yeah.
okay
On that,
having
yeah.
sex, It's okay having sex, but goddamn, dude, like, fucking use protection. Don't have 20,000 kids, And that's how your ass is gonna get fucked and be broke by the end of the year or by the end of your whole career.
No, but I think that like the fun out of this whole thing is that he doesn't make $30K a month. You know what I mean? So
I know he makes more, I
Yeah,
know.
you know what I'm saying. So like,
But the thing is, what you got to understand,
And
he's
also-
not going to make that for his entire
and
career.
also,
You know
but
what I mean?
to
Like,
be also fair, like, why is a woman over here asking for way more than? It's not going to go off to the kid.
I don't know if you guys saw
Why
this, but
wouldn't you? I mean,
there's
you're-
also
But
there
I'm
was also
saying-
this statement that she put out, one of Future's baby mamas, talking about that she believes that the child should live the same lifestyle that the parent does.
Of course.
Right.
Yes, of
And
course.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that sometimes, but I mean, it is what it is.
I think that's another thing with all these 3 subjects we're going to talk about is like that. It's going back to the women and the kids, right? And like and an adult and doing that. It's the same thing right now, right? Like these, it's like for me, it's like I see like how is it that I worked my ass off and then you're gonna fucking reap the benefits of it, whether I fucked up or not. That shouldn't take an effect. I'm like, you didn't work this money with me. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I see it. I'm like, dude, like I get it. If I have my child, that's fine. Hey,
But
here,
she didn't help you in
here's
some
your
way?
flow.
You don't think
suck
that
my
she...
dick, dog? What the
No,
fuck?
for example, let's move on to the Dr. Dre situation, right? He's been married to his wife for God knows how long. Now she's looking for a divorce. He amassed that fortune with her holding shit down at home. You know what I mean? Like, she raised the kids. She held shit down at home. He wasn't doing it by himself. I understand she probably wasn't in the studio. She probably wasn't making beats. You understand what I'm trying to say?
She's not like the 20 baby mama, you know? She's like the one baby mama right there.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I mean, hey, you know what? You got to get your fair share. I agree, man. You got to get your money one way or the other, you know?
But like, I don't know, man. I hate that. Like, I hate that. Like, and all these court things. I'm like, that a woman has to get certain amount, and it's just like, I'd get my kid. Like, yeah, get my kid. I'm like, but like, let's be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's living, and a lot of these girls like that have all this money, like they're spending on like fucking bags and all this other shit that like you wouldn't have that had you not fucked with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. It's just like, it's like Nicole Kidman, right?
Yeah.
Well, she fucked that old man and then fucking banged. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I was not that old.
And she can be like, and she can
Well,
be.
who outlived her? Was it the old guy or was it her?
Damn, facts.
And she tall too, so she definitely...
But, you know, I don't know. That's my
I'm just
shit.
saying, for example, let's make a comparison. So I have the breakdown as to what Nicole Young, and Nicole Young is Dr. Dre's soon-to-be divorced wife. For example, this is what she's asking for. She's asking for 1.9 to cover her expenses. So $1.9 million every month. So she's saying that laundry and cleaning, $10,000 a month. Clothes, $135 a month. Education, $60 a month. Entertainment, $900,000 a month in entertainment. You know what I mean? So not only that, she's even adding charitable contributions. So she's trying to get his money so she can donate it out. $125
Probably
grand
to
a month.
schools. Probably to
Of
school.
course. Well, it's a tax write-off at the end, but you know what I'm saying? So mortgage, $100,000 a month.
But the way I see it with them, I think it's like a fine line. You know, it's like, you know, I could kind of agree and disagree.
Hey.
But when it comes down to our future, having 20 baby mamas, and
You know,
that's what he fucked
Boozy
up.
Badass?
You know,
Well,
you know, I'm not into future, but that guy fucked up. You know, like having 20 baby mamas. You know,
So okay,
I
hold on.
I can have an agreement on that for sure.
Future probably not the most balling person, right? He has money, okay?
Yes.
20 baby mamas, okay? And you're saying he fucked up. Now let's talk about Jeff Bezos, right? Not a bunch of baby mamas. One of the most richest person. He got a divorce. His wife, I believe, now is worth $76 billion.
67 billion.
67, sorry, billion. One of the richest women now in the world, just from him not having a prenup and getting that divorce.
from Amazon, right?
From Amazon,
right?
exactly. So one, I mean, he wasn't doing the future thing. He wasn't having a bunch of baby mamas. He's still fucked up though, right? I mean, who lost more in that whole situation?
I mean, the other question is that did he cheat it? You know,
no,
did he
I don't
cheat
think
on-
that shouldn't. I don't think that should play a case of anything, because shit just cracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you're gonna add to that, like, oh, it's like it's the same thing. My thing is like, you didn't. If you worked for it with me, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if you didn't do shit, my goon, like this was my full idea, and then like now you're kind of trying to come at me for my shit because maybe you got pissed at me because I fucked some other chick, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or like whatever the situation is, it shouldn't matter. It should be like fair. And fair is like, hey, dude, like, did you work with me? They're like, no. Okay, cool. You fucking raised my child. All right, cool. I'll give you fucking money like that. But don't try to come and fuck me now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
now you're talking hypothetical because now you're saying fair. Fair is what's fair in your mind, right? You can
Well, that's
think
what I'm
something
saying,
is- you know
yeah.
what I mean? So that's my point to you. Fair to her is that, and
Right.
it's not fair to him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's,
because
I don't know,
like
man.
as far as like Dr. Dre's wife, like entertainment, what is she doing in entertainment? Is she a manager?
OnlyFans.
You know, yeah, it's pretty much.
she's a leg spreader. Is
Yeah.
what she is.
Is
You know
that
what I'm
the-
saying?
is that what
that's
it is, the
That's about
entertainment?
it. That's about it. But like I said,
I don't
this
know, man.
motherfucker got most of his money while he was with her. Honestly, at the end of the day, so you have to, you know, what I mean, you have to respect that at some point or another.
Yeah,
You know
'cause
what
I
No,
mean,
you don't. No, you don't. My dude. Like, you don't have to do
you
shit,
see, like
cuz.
him. Yeah,
I mean,
like-
at the end of the day, for example, Jeff Bezos made fucking $100 billion fucking last week, so I'm sure he's not really too worried about shooting her that 67.
but that is crazy
It's
though.
like
Like,
flipping the question, right? Perfect example is a dude. Oh, Adele. Perfect example. Adele just got fucking this divorce shit or whatever, and the dude fucking
Banked in off her,
And
yeah.
now everyone's like, oh, that sucks. The opposite of the same conversation we're having now. It's just like,
you were saying,
Yeah.
it should be fair with the
Exactly.
whole kids and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
it's just a double standard, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
I mean,
I think the women take it I mean, all right, I might get shit for this, but like, it's like I get you. They have birth, right? They give the birth for the child and stuff like that. That's, that's a good thing, right? But I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like,
After that, you don't do anything.
No, I mean, but
No, I'm just
but you
kidding.
see, but the male, the male, if they're getting divorced, and the female is
get
the
it.
bigger, the female's a bigger talent than the guy, But if he didn't do anything, and it was just like a mutual, like let's break up, but then he decides like, hey, you know what, I gotta get half of your money. I mean, I agree, because. I mean, it was a mutual breakup.
Broke boy agreement. It was a mutual broke boy agreement.
I couldn't even say it.
Like, we're broke right now, so if we get money, we go split that shit. You know what
hey,
I'm
that
saying?
fool went to
Like,
court like, hello.
Is it me you're looking for? I don't have any money in my bank account.
I'm about to get with the
Hey,
man too.
yeah.
Lionel Richie
Gee.
was a creep on that video, man. He
Yeah,
was
you
like
seen the
stalking the
video?
blind girl,
Yeah.
dude.
If a motherfucker got a fucking slick little fro like that where it's all wet, he's definitely a
That's
creep.
very
That's
cool,
all
yeah.
I'm telling
No,
you.
that was crazy. That video. That
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that video?
No, most definitely.
He's
Most
all like,
definitely.
and then she goes like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like who's touching me, man?
Bill Cosby. Okay, damn.
He's in prison. Yep.
So with that being said, I think
Roofie Cosby. No.
we went through all TMZ, huh? We got all
That's
that shit
it,
out
man.
the way.
We're gonna. You know what? How about some show some music that you would listen to right now that you would recommend?
Yeah,
Like
what
we
you
usually like at the end of the segment, our show and stuff, we give out music, like new music that I listen to. But you're here on the guest, you're DJing. Like, recommend some bands, some music that you're maybe coming up, or I don't know.
Or what you're playing in your car.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
obviously,
Like, what's-
obviously
what-
we're gonna have a set right now, but to share a couple music, maybe some new stuff, or I don't know.
Maybe I think it's Big Boy from Outkast, Intentions. That's a great song, man. That gets me going. I hear that song.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I just want to party, I just
Yeah.
want to party with that
I
song,
hear you. I hear you.
But hey, they don't call me Salvicious for nothing. I'm all about the party. That's what I'm all about.
There you go. There you
So
go.
if you ain't in this train, get the hell out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Shit.
talk all political.
Choose
This shit.
gas, ass, or cash, motherfucker. You giving something up.
Because I'm going fast.
Life in the fast lane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Sure to
talking
lose
about.
your mind.
So with that being said, Mr. Sal, we're going to go on Facebook Live in a little bit. So make sure you guys tune into that. He's about to do a little DJ set.
I'm gonna drop this episode in literally like in 5 minutes.
So check me out, Salvicious. All right.
What's your IG, your Facebook, all that? Let people know
Yeah,
how they can
Instagram
find
Salvicious13, the 1313, and I'm Facebook and Salvicious. So
Alright.
check me out and let's party.
Also, check out our Instagram. We have been posting all day with him. So if you don't know it, it's right there. And follow him, support him. Shit, man. Fucking listen to this shit, man.
Listen to his shit. This DJ set is about to
Yeah.
be off the hook. So make sure you go to our Facebook Live. Thank you very much, Tijeras, in the background helping us out
Definitely.
And
today.
thank you for letting me in your world. I appreciate it. man. Or party world, in other words.
You're gonna come through again. I know
We
you
will
are.
be back. And fuck Taco Bell. They took off the Mexican pizza.
Fuck
motherfucker.
them.
What kind of shit
Taco
is
Bell's
that?
whack.
Hey, you want to try some good Mexican food? Go to Taco
Right
Bell.
here, the biggest burrito right here. No. All right, with that said, we're
Trap
out.
on.
Peace.
Peace.